Imagine this. The year is 79 AD. Mount Vesuvius in Italy is rumbling violently, spewing lava, ash, and smoke into the air. It's a scene of unimaginable horror and destruction. But that's not where the story ends, because amid this catastrophe, there's an even more unsettling tale waiting to unfold. This is a story about the ancient ghosts of Pompeii. In the midst of this catastrophic event, survivors amidst the chaos and destruction claimed to hear a chorus of disembodied voices echoing through the devastated city. These spectral whispers became known as the Lament of Pompeii. Now let's delve into this bizarre and spine-chilling episode from history. But before we begin, make sure to hit that like button for more such amazing videos. The year is 79 AD. The Roman Empire is at the height of its power, and Pompeii, a bustling city near Mount Vesuvius, is enjoying its glory. It's a vibrant hub of trade, culture, and everyday life. But little do the citizens know that their lives are about to change dramatically and tragically. On that fateful day in October, the earth began to tremble with increasing intensity. People felt the ground shake beneath their feet as if some giant was trying to wake the sleeping giant in the nearby Mount Vesuvius. Ignorant of the impending doom, many Pompeians went about their daily routines, perhaps thinking it was just another earthquake that would pass like the many that had come before. However, this time, it wasn't an ordinary earthquake. It was a prelude to one of the most devastating volcanic eruptions in history. Pompeii found itself enveloped in a thick cloud of ash and debris. Screams filled the air as people realized the gravity of the situation. They were trapped in a city under siege by a mountain of fire and brimstone. Amidst this unfolding horror, there were those who tried to escape, fleeing for their lives, hoping to find safety beyond the shadow of the erupting Vesuvius. However, not all were so fortunate. Many others were not so lucky. Their bodies forever imprinted on the solidified lava, their final moments etched in stone. As the eruption reached its crescendo, the entire city was buried under a thick layer of ash and pumice. The roaring of the volcano echoed across the land, serving as a chilling requiem for the lost city. Amidst the chaos and destruction, there were those who miraculously survived. They emerged from the ruins, traumatized but alive, sharing tales of the disaster and the eerie sounds they had witnessed. They spoke of an eerie silence that descended upon the city, followed by a haunting chorus of voices that seemed to emanate from the very walls of the destroyed city. These voices, they said, were not of the living, but of the dead, the spirits of those who perished in the disaster, forever trapped between this world and the next. What were these voices saying? What messages were they conveying to the survivors, or perhaps trying to convey to the deaf ears of the living? And what did their presence signify in the aftermath of such a catastrophic event? Now let's fast forward to 1824, when the rediscovery of Pompeii captured the imagination of the world. As archaeologists uncovered the remains of the ancient city, they unearthed not just artifacts and architecture, but also stories. The stories of the people who once called this place home, including the eerie tale of the ghosts. Excavations revealed a series of frescoes, each depicting a haunting scene. Some showed specters emerging from the shadows, while others portrayed full-bodied apparitions interacting with mortals. These ghostly figures were not just figments of the artists' imaginations. They were representations of beliefs, fears, and experiences that were deeply ingrained in the Pompeian society. But why did the Pompeians believe in these ghosts? Why were these supernatural beings a part of their daily lives and artistic expressions? Perhaps it was because of the precarious position they found themselves in, living in the shadow of a potentially volatile volcano. Or maybe it was a reflection of their deep-rooted religious beliefs and the prominence of death and the afterlife in their culture. These ghost stories didn't just exist in the realm of art, they were woven into the fabric of daily life. There were instances where the apparition of a ghost was believed to have saved a life. In one such account, a young girl who had gone missing was found safe and sound after her father saw the ghost of his dead wife, whom he believed had taken the form of a bird and led him to her. Stories like these only added to the mystique of Pompeii, painting a picture of a city where the line between the living and the dead was blurred, and where every corner held a potential encounter with the supernatural. Now, let's talk about a remarkable incident that unfolded during the excavations, when archaeologists discovered a set of frescoes depicting a ghost story that had been lost to time. This particular story revolves around a woman named Julia, who lived in Pompeii during the 1st century AD. One day, Julia was out walking when she encountered the ghost of her deceased husband, Marius. The ghost, it seemed, had a message for her, urging her to visit his tomb, which she did. Upon reaching the tomb, Julia discovered that her husband's spirit had not been laid to rest properly. Shocked and saddened by this realization, she immediately took steps to rectify the situation. She arranged for his body to be exhumed and transferred to a different tomb. But the story doesn't end there. After laying her husband to rest in his new tomb, Julia visited it every day to pay her respects. Over time, she began to see the ghost of Marius less frequently, suggesting that his spirit had finally found peace. This ghost story, immortalized in the frescoes of Pompeii, is a testament to the deep emotional connections the Pompeians had with their loved ones, even in death. It also reflects their belief in the importance of proper burial rituals and the potential consequences of neglecting them. And as we continue to unearth these ghost stories, we gain a deeper understanding of the Pompeian way of life, their beliefs, and their relationship with the world around them. We've talked about the ancient ghosts of Pompeii and how they roamed the streets of the ruined city, but what about the ghosts of other civilizations? How do these stories differ? How are they similar? For instance, there's the tale of the White Lady of Yamate in Japan, a spectral figure said to inhabit the ruins of an old castle. Then we have the legend of the woman in black in Western cultures, often seen as a harbinger of death and misfortune. And let's not forget the ghost of Sane in South Africa, believed to be the spirit of a woman searching for her lost child. Each of these ghost stories is unique, yet they all share common threads. They speak to our fascination with the afterlife, our fear of death, and our desire to understand the mysteries that lie beyond. Now, here's a thought-provoking question. Why do we find these ghost stories so compelling? What is it about tales of the supernatural that have endured through time and continue to captivate us? Perhaps it's because they touch upon universal human experiences, like loss, grief, and the search for meaning. Or maybe it's the mystery, the unknown that lies at the heart of these stories that keeps us intrigued. What do you think? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Remember, your thoughts matter. They shape your reality. Keep believing in them and keep believing in yourself. And always remember, you are not alone in this journey. We're all in this together. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments. Stay connected and keep exploring. Until next time, stay curious.